So guys, outside the 5th of May of Puebla, 5th of May, the Battle of May. So I'm going to the first part. Can you see it? The tunnels, 5th of May, or historic Quinto de Mayo. So this is the battle where the Mexicans surrounded the French under the tunnels. So I'll show you the tunnel. It's 28 pesos, so about £1.20 to see the tunnels. I think it's worth to go to see it. Okay guys, if you like my videos, press like. So I'm going to buy a ticket now. 28 pesos, about £1.10. Hola amiga.
Hola,
Yeah. 28 pesos, so £1.10. ¿Un boleto aquí o ahí?
Aquí.
Okay, gracias. So this is the famous tunnels. You can see the real all about. So there's two tunnels. This is the biggest tunnel. Wow. So here where the Mexicans were waiting for the French to come. They surround them underneath the grounds. So that when they attacked the French, they attacked from behind, not from the front. So the French were surprised. So look at this. Wow. Look at that. It's a shame there's nothing in English, like always. So this is the famous tunnels of Puebla, Mexico. So here were the Mexicans made the French to run away and come back the next day. So the French had 6,000 soldiers and the Mexicans had about 2,000 soldiers. And that day they beat the French on the 5th of May, 1662. So Napoleon III thought it was an easy run, but it wasn't. So the Mexicans surprised them as well. There's 3 forts and plus that tunnel here. They were waiting, and when the French came, they attacked them from behind, and the French were surprised. That's what the French are like in battles. They're not very good in battle, the French. All about a battle. Amazing guys here. I need to find out how deep it is underneath. The French lost. The song, the French got upset. Therefore, it was an easy run against the Mexicans. Before the Mexicans were small and the French were big. With the arrogance of the French, you know what they're like. They got slaughtered by the poor army, Mexican army, and the French are one of the best army in Europe at that time. So imagine 6,000 soldiers and the Mexicans had about 2,000, 2,500 soldiers, and they had less arms, less artillery, and the French had artillery, and they still lost. Napoleon III. Amiga, it's about 3 meters down from the above. See this? This is Napoleon III. Arrogance. So the small Mexicans ran about with the French, and they lost. Look, 5th of May. So in 5th of May in Mexico, they celebrate big parties, tequilas, mezcal, bacal, everything. So 5th of May in Mexico is a big festival, a big party. In America too, on 5th of May they celebrate the 5th of May. I think in France they don't celebrate in France. So you've got tour guides as well, but it's not in English. And on the 5th of May, it was a hot day, and so the cannons were firing at the forts, and at the end it started raining, so the cannons were not useless because the cannons balls were not bouncing. So, and the French ran out of ammunition at that time as well, so there are no more artillery. The French, so and the Mexicans found out there are no more artillery, so the Mexicans just charged them. It was hand-to-hand fighting. And the French were like surprised that Mexicans were good fighters. With a poor army, 2,000 soldiers, and then the French had 6,000 soldiers. Very arrogant. The general was very arrogant. So. Museum has nothing in English, like always. You pay the ticket, but for nothing in English. It's crazy. You pay a ticket, you should have something in English. Nothing. Hand-to-hand fighting, you can see the picture. That's the famous fort of the Mexicans. The Guadalupe forts. Hand-to-hand. So guys, that's the tunnels, famous tunnels in Puebla. Up now, where the Mexicans came out and started fighting, hand-to-hand fighting with the That's the first part. Now I'm going to the third part of the 5th of May tunnels. So here how it worked, the Mexicans were like underneath the ground and the French went passed by them, and when the French were ahead of them, from behind they attacked them. So they were surprised, the French. So the French lost the first battle, and they attacked them 3 times. That's why it's called the 5th of May battle, the victory. So for the Mexicans it was like a big feat for beating the elite of the army of Europe. This tunnel is more darker. Very amazing to come in, guys. You will feel the and Puebla's got a lot of tunnels underneath, so when the French came, they were surprised there was no tunnel underneath the battlefield. It was a battlefield, and so there were the tunnels, and the French got surrounded by the small Mexican soldiers and the small 2,000 against 6,000 elite soldiers. And the Mexicans were like civilians, not really army, they were more like farmers, really fighting the farmers. They were passion people. That's the word, passion. Song about 5th of May 1862, the Battle of Puebla, 5th of May. Well guys, you need to come to these caves. 5th of May caves, tunnel, Quinto de Mayo. You have songs about the battle, and the French were really surprised. The French lost about 800 soldiers at that day, and I think the Mexicans lost about 220 something. So the French general thought it was an easy run, but he was so arrogant he thought he was going to win the battle, but he never. They attacked 3 times to fort and lost 3 times the battle, hand to hand. Imagine hand-to-hand battle, fighting. Viva Mexico, cabrons! And the general of the Mexicans, his name was Zaragoza. He was a hero here. After the battle, he was one of the biggest heroes in Mexico. But after 1 year after, he died of typhoid. So he lived a little short to be a hero. That goes up. It's closed. So imagine when the French came over the tunnel from behind, the Mexicans attacked the French. And that's why the French lost so many people, so many soldiers. At that day, they were surprised. And the French would call them like Mexican rats because they were just coming out from the holes. And they were surprised, really. You can get a tour guide, but they don't know in English or Spanish, so I have no choice to do it by myself. But if you're good Spanish, you can do it with a tour and tip them if you want to. That's why the French were like confused, but they're coming out everywhere. Holes, every hole, every tunnel, hand-to-hand fighting. So people. Right guys, you need to come here. The tunnels is amazing. Tunnels, 5th of May tunnels, worth to come in, guys. Wow. Hot, damp, and the French lost. How can we go? Well, amazing guys, I loved it. Cheers. If you like my videos, hit the button, press like. Battlefield. You can see a massive battle. The French lost. And you see the forts, the French and the Mexicans. So this is the 86 to the general of Zaragoza. He's a hero, but he died of typhoid 1 year after. So that's the battle. Field, you can see it, top, the fort, the French, and the Mexicans there. 6,000 French, about 2,000 Mexicans. Elite force, farmers fighting. That was about 500 meters of tunnel, and this is where the French lost the battle because they were coming from behind like rats. The Mexicans were small and the French were tall, they think they were good. But the Mexicans beat the French in the first battle, so this is what happened. And they fought on top. I can't find the fort, must be on top of the fort there. So I'm going to show you, this is the battlefield where the French lost the first battle. So when you walk up the hill, you find a beautiful view of Puebla. Look at that. So this is the top of the battlefield where the French lost the first battle with the Mexicans. Battle Quinto Mayo, 5th of May battle. So I'm going to the fort over there where the French fort was easy to win, but they lost easy. They were coming, and the Mexicans were coming from everywhere, every angle they were coming underneath they call them the rats. So guys, this is one of the French forts. So I'm going inside. So there's a fort where the French trying to get it and they couldn't get it. There were 3 forts. This is the main one, this was the heavy one. Forte dello Loreto. Something like that. Okay guys, my next video is going to be the fort, so I'm going to show just a little bit of the video. That was the view from the Mexicans. The French were coming from here, from every angle, from that side, from that side, from that side. So it was hard to come up as well. It was a hot day at the beginning, it started raining, so the mud was really soggy and it was hard to walk. It was really raining badly, so and the bombs were not bouncing properly, so that's why the French and the Mexicans were fighting from behind as well. Okay guys, if you like the videos, press the like button. Cheers guys.